Oops. What's up? Is anybody out there yet? Trying to see. I think I got something playing in the background. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go up in here and get out of there. Sign out. Okay. Anybody out there yet? Okay. I'm trying not to have anything playing in the background. All right. Anybody out there? How y'all doing? Can you hear me? Trying to make sure I'm not playing anything in the background. Hello. Can y'all hear me? Please give me a one in the chat if you can hear me, please. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm on here live tonight. I was actually just having this conversation with my husband about this lady, KIERRA SHEARD. Y'all saw her. She was saying that she didn't want women sleeping at her house because she didn't want them to be sleeping with her husband. Did y'all actually see that comment? Did y'all actually see her say that? Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the thumbnail and everything. It looks pretty good. Y'all like the thumbnail? It looks cute. She's a gospel singer. Her name is KIERRA SHEARD, and she is saying that she does not want women sleeping at her house because she doesn't want them sleeping with her man child. And I was like, what in the whole hell is she even talking about? So I wanted to talk about that for just a second. Did y'all hear about this? Did y'all hear about it? You read about it. So she actually said this on some type of show, some type of podcast, where she was talking. I guess the host was asking her about, you read about it. The host was asking her a question, and she basically said that, like straightforward, like, I do not want people in my house because I don't want them to sleep with my husband. So at first, when I heard about it, I'm just thinking she's saying, me and my husband was talking about it. I asked him, I said, well, how would you feel, for example, it wasn't taken out of context. It wasn't taken out of context. She literally said out of her mouth on the podcast, I didn't read this, I saw her mouth moving. She literally said, I do not want women in my house because I do not want them to sleep with my husband. She literally said that, right? That's what she said. She said, let's see what she said. She said it was taken out of context. Her friends would never. Okay, good. Okay, she said she was talking about her history. Her mother went through it dealing with her father, laying it low and spreading it wide. Okay, all right, I understand that, but she said what she said, right? All right, so let me ask you a question. Give me a 3 in the chat. No, look, give me a 2 in the chat if you're comfortable with female friends sleeping at your house. Give me a 2 in the chat if you're comfortable with it. Give me a 3 in the chat if you're not comfortable with it. Because I want to talk about this because this is important because I'm the same way she feels as far as somebody sleeping, but I have an issue with women being in my house under my husband. So I want to hear your comments. So give me a 2 in the chat if you're comfortable with your friends sleeping at your house, being under your man, being under your husband. Give me a 3 if you're not comfortable with that. I want to know because I'm like, I think the part that she said about sleep with her husband was a lot. That wasn't something that needed to be shared. But women being in your house, okay, so Cosmic Beauty says 3. She's not comfortable with it. Jerry Jameson says 3. Miss Verino says no. Okay. Carmela, I don't know how to read tonight. Oops, sis was backpedaling and said it was out of context. It was not. I saw her mouth. I don't have a problem with it. Constance L says she does not have a problem with it. I'll think about it for a second. You went to college with this girl. Okay, you grew up with this girl. Y'all went to high school together. Y'all went to college together. She is your bestie. She lives in Detroit. You live in New York. She's coming down, and she's like, "Girl, we're gonna party this weekend. We're gonna hang out, right? That shouldn't be an issue because you feel like you've known this person your whole life. You feel like you can trust that person, etc., etc." And so you may not feel like it's a problem. So Renisha says 2. So 2. Renisha does not have a problem with it. Hey, Vix Nina. She claims it was clickbait. It was not clickbait. She literally said it. How much clickbait? If I say that I don't want people in my house because I don't want them to sleep with my husband, is that clickbait? I actually said that. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it came out of her mouth. People want to blame editing all the time. You know what? Stand 10 toes down on what you said. I know a friend that slept with a friend of her man's. So no, Let me say this. I'm having this conversation because let me say this. Personally, I don't want nobody in my house. I'm going to say this personally. I don't want nobody in my house. I've seen people over the years do sneaky snake stuff. I've seen people in different situations. I've seen people personally in my own situation. I've seen people in other people's situations. You see that mess on TikTok. You see that mess on social media. It goes on all day long. It is not just, it's not just, it's somebody, there are a lot of people that you felt you was cool with, that you grew up with, that you thought that was your homegirl, you thought that was your homeboy, and they doing stuff like that. Personally, I am not going to be letting nobody stay in my house. Period. Like you can't stay here. Why you got to stay here? You know, there are Airbnb, you have hotels, maybe you want to, move around a little bit. You want to get up when you want to get up. People who have families, people that have children, you may not want to be able to adjust to their schedule or their rhythm. That's fine, right? So I asked my husband today, just now, I said, let me ask you a question. How would you feel like if one of your friends, he got a friend that lives out of town. He came here and he was like, hey, I'm coming down from Mardi Gras and, I'm gonna be there for a couple of days. Can I stay there? My husband said, for what? This is before I explained to him what was going on. He was like, for what? He said, he was like, what he got to stay here for? I said, well, say for example, we do have an available room. He's coming down for the weekend. He's coming down for Mardi Gras. He was like, no, me and my friends don't roll like that. He said if one of my friends came down, they would get a hotel, they would get an Airbnb. They don't need to be staying in my house with my family. So even men not comfortable with stuff like that. I said, well, what if, he's like, because we moving around a certain way, maybe he don't want to be around our family and children. I said, well, what if we were single, like with no kids, and he was single, and everybody was single, we were off, and I just created this whole scenario. My husband's like, no. My husband's like, absolutely not. I'm not comfortable with that. And he said, and none of my friends would even fix their mouth as men to be asking, can they come stay in my house? Right? So everybody's different. I think what she said that she probably should have said is the sleeping part. She just should have said, you know what? I have friends. I trust my friends completely. But, when my friends come down, because, we're newly married and we really love our own space, what I would do is I would get that person maybe a hotel room, set them up in a very nice Airbnb where they can be close, so they can move around. They don't have to worry about the way we move. We don't have to worry about the way they move. She could have said that any kind of way, but she literally said what she said. She could have said that anyway. Personally, I don't want you in my house. Period, point blank. I don't want you in my house. I don't want no woman that, like my sister, like my sister, my children, that's different. When my mom, whatever, my aunts, that's different. But like a woman that's my age, that's in my house under me, sleeping in my bed and sleeping in my house under me and I don't play that. Period. I had a girlfriend, y'all, this chick that I used to be cool with. This girl literally, and me and this girl we were in sixth grade together. And I thought this girl could be trusted. Lo and behold, I found that this girl was literally trying to date every guy that I actually dated or my sister dated. They got people literally like that. Period. Right? I know when I was growing up, my mom was a very friendly person, super friendly. She's not like me and my sister where we're getting you behind. My mama was so generous, such a nice person. And I've seen my daddy was always an attractive man. My daddy was always a very attractive man. And women would gravitate towards him. You know how many times I would see women in my mama's house trying to impress my dad or flounce in front of my dad or extra giggly to my dad? You know how many times I've seen that growing up? Do you know how many times I've seen that growing up for real? I'm not just talking about, and everybody can't be rotten, but I'm just saying that to say they have people that's really out there doing that, y'all. Go on TikTok. Go on TikTok. Horror stories. Go on TikTok. Horror stories about how this person slept with my man, this person was messing with my husband, this person was messing with my wife. Horror stories. Let me see what you're talking about. Let me see. We know a man wouldn't be comfortable bringing another man around his wife, period. That's true. Somebody say, yep. Somebody say, exactly. Yep, yep, yep. I had friends try to hook me up with guys that they like, sneaky as hell. And you got to watch that too, because they'll be hooking you up with somebody talking about they want you to talk to them, but they have a secret crush on them. You got to watch all of that. Um, so let me tell you this story. And I hope my sister don't be listening. So my sister, her baby is 5, right? My twin sister, her youngest baby is 5, right? So she had like a little party for her. Now this just happened like some months ago, y'all. So my sister's a nail tech. I told you she owns her own nail business, right? I'm just saying this to say this. I'm just saying this to let y'all know, like this stuff is real out here. Okay. So this really, my sister's befriended this client of hers, right? Beautiful girl, graduated from Xavier University. They became good friends, fast friends. So, my sister had done this party for my niece. I told you she's 5. Well, she just made 6. So my sister had done this birthday party for my little niece at her condo. So she invited the girl. My sister's other children were there. I was there, and I had my daughter. My daughter's 13. So we all at the little party, whatever. So my sister's fiance, he's very attractive, very fit, very attractive, right? So he shows up to the party to bring some daiquiris. So while I'm watching, so for whatever reason, I never thought none of this girl. She came off very sweet, very innocent, unassuming. We were all laughing, having a good time. Everything was cool. So I'm sitting on a sofa, whatever, watching TV. We all laughing and talking. And I'm watching this chick, literally, family, trying to make eyes with my sister's fiance numerous times, numerous times. Now, this is somebody that was a client of my sister, grew cool with my sister. My sister liked her as a person, always spoke highly of her. This girl tried to get my brother-in-law's eye contact numerous times. I'm sitting there looking at her. So, girl, why I start threatening? I'm talking like I'm talking to somebody for real. I start like literally saying out loud, man, you can't trust people. Like these women be on some shit. I wish a woman would come at my house and try to flirt with my husband. I would be going sideways. So my sister didn't say nothing, whatever. And the girl got so uncomfortable because I was just speaking out. Like, women ain't shit. They coming in your house trying to clock your man, woo woo woo. I'm just kind of like going there. And then she found out I did tarot. So she started getting all nervous, right? So she's like, when she started realizing, because when my sister started saying, my sister does tarot, my sister does this, that, she started getting all uncomfortable. So after a while, she was ready to leave. So once she left, I had asked my sister, said, you didn't see this girl like literally flirting with your fiance? She's like, yeah, I saw her doing it. And she said, I said, well, she said, but this was my daughter's day. So I didn't want to ruin her day because she was doing that. When I say this girl, I saw her numerous times. And the way I really caught it was that my brother-in-law was so uncomfortable and he kept his head down too much. So, I'm kind of watching his body language, his energy shifting. So you can see he kind of like slumped over, his body language is all off and stuff like that. So I'm watching him. So that's what made me watch her because he was acting like he was trying to keep his eyes down, his head down. So when I keep seeing him do that, I'm like, well, why is he doing that? Right? We all family. I start looking at this chick. She eyeing him down, baby. Eyeing him like he was the finest man she ever seen in her life. You hear me? If she could, she would have snuck him that phone number. She would have tried to hook up with him. This is a man who is seriously with somebody. This is a man who has a child. He does everything for my sister. He and my sister are tight. They close. And she was trying it in my sister's house on her child's birthday. You cannot trust people, guys. This is why you get too many times where where you get too many times where women come in your house and they be trying to be friendly with your man. Stop letting people get in your business. That's another thing, right? I know another situation close to home. I'm not gonna even say the person name because I know my relatives be on here too. So yeah, wanted her life, girl. Really. So um I know another situation close to home where they were all, you know how to be doing that social pleasure club stuff where everybody be joining, like the motorcycle clubs and all this stuff, people be joining all that foolishness. Why the relative I had was cool with this girl that was a part of that group. So the girl and her husband and my auntie and her husband, they all cool together. Why? The lady and my auntie husband, they together now. I'm telling y'all, that lady, even though she shouldn't have said that part about sleeping with my husband, she was on the money with not letting women be in the house. Period, point blank. You see it too much. It's too much going on out here. People be coming in, they be looking around, seeing your situation. Oh, okay, Chris, take my life for example. Take my life for example. Do I have to necessarily work? No, right? My money is my money. You know what bill I pay in the house? The only bill I pay in this house is the light bill. And you know why I pay the light bill? So I can put the lights on as much as I want and burn the lights as much as I want because my husband used to complain. I only pay the light bill here. Period. And I pay half my daughter's tuition for school. Right? But I'm talking about house bills. I only pay the light bill. Imagine imagine how many women would want a husband that was taking care of them to that degree. A husband that all you had to do is pay the light bill, and you didn't have to pay that. You picked it up because you wanted to burn the lights as much as you wanted to do it. Imagine how many people want to be in your situation. Just think about that for a second. Girl, I got a house that's paid for. I only have to pay the light bill. Literally 90% of my money come to me. My husband don't ask me for nothing. Period, right? Think about that for a second. They got people that really be trying to be in your position. Please be careful with women out there. I'm not saying it's everybody, but they got too many that's doing it, y'all. Too many. All right, I didn't say it a lot. I'm just saying that to say you got to watch people. I've seen it through my mama friends. I've seen it through my mama's friends. I've seen it personally done to me. I've seen it personally done to other people that are happening right now. I pay no bills and my so-called friends hate it. You got to watch that too, right? I don't tell everybody that. I was just using that as an example to say, okay, well, I do pay my car note. I do pay my car note. And that's very affordable. I got that at a good price. So I do pay my car note and I pay the light bill. All right. But I don't pay anything else. I don't pay anything else except those two things as far as, and that's my bills, right? And my daughter going to Kellogg School, that's a choice. I'm just saying that to say that you have to watch people being in your house. Let me see what you're saying. Let me see what you're saying. Okay, so disrespectful as fuck. That's because she thought she was better. Yep. Girl, when I tell you the lady that came in my sister's house was so sweet, that's ebony and faith. That's the life the girl wants. Sometimes, unfortunately, Black women try to be better than the next Black woman. Preach. I pay no bills, and my so-called friends hate it. Protect your marriage and your household. Protect your relationships, guys. It's too many times. Even I knew somebody who was letting her sister live there for a period of time, and she thought her sister was messing with her husband. So just be careful. Let me see. Girls, that's all women, just not Black women. No, if you go on TikTok, horror stories from all women from all walks of life, all colors, all races. That's the story. That's the running thing. I let my friend be around my man, and now she date my man. Oh, I found out she date my man, and she won't stop fooling with my man. She came, she was talking to him, and she was talking to me, and she was trying to help us work it out, and then she started talking to him. Don't let nobody run between you and your husband unless it's unless it's a male friend that he trusts, right? So if he gonna talk to somebody, he need to be talking to a male friend, not no female friend of yours. Let me see. Let me see what she said. Ex-best friend of mine did it to me. I'm telling you, I just came in. What happened? Somebody tried to steal KIERRA SHEARD's husband. I don't think they tried to steal her husband. She was just saying that she wasn't allowing people to be in the house. But that's because there's a history there of something happening, right? When people usually say that, that's because they've experienced something, whether that's through themselves or through another person, that somebody was trying to do some bull crap, right? Let me see. I think I seen TikTok where this husband was sleeping with her best friend and now the lady is pregnant. Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you that stuff really be happening, y'all. I know two situations, and I know a situation right now where the people are really together. The people are really together. So I'm telling you. But I just really want to know, why is it that it was so deep rooted in women to look at another woman's man as taken? You know what? That's a Chinese ancient secret. That's a Chinese ancient secret. When we're talking about people coming in your home, a wolf in sheep's clothing, that come in under the premise of being a good friend, that will come in your house and secretly be sneaking looks at your man, and your man sneaking looks at her. And then there are times like my sister's fiance where his head was down the whole time. That's how I paid attention. So he wasn't even trying to engage her. He was trying to avoid it. That's why I was like, well, why is he acting so weird? Right? Let me see. That stuff really does happen all the time, and it's sick. It does. Competition sport, and to see if they can do it. Nope, they be liking them, right? That's why another thing is, I'm in my 40s, right? But a lot of women in their 30s and 20s, and I'm not saying it's all overshare too much sharing information, every little thing. And I noticed that with a lot of women in their 30s, especially between 30, 35, too much oversharing. Even the younger generation, everything is being shared. You don't have to share everything with your best friend about your husband, about your boyfriend, about your situation. Like, just imagine you're sitting there telling somebody all this information, and guess what? They take that and they internalize that. I know a girl who I used to be cool with. She used to try to tell me every gory detail about her and her boyfriend. Now, what if I was that type of person? I would be like, oh, child, he doing all that to her child, and maybe he could do it to me. I'm just saying that. They got women that, they talk too much. Women, we have that really bad, especially between their age group of 20 and 35 going into 40, talking too much sharing, everything that doesn't need to be said, right? I'll mention my husband, but y'all are never going to hear me say anything specific about him in any way ever. Me and him could get a divorce today. Not gonna worry, we ain't about to get divorced. I'm gonna be married. Listen to me. I'm gonna be married to him till I'm old and gray on the cane. But the point is that oversharing will get you into trouble. It will get you into trouble because now that person, they have all kind of information about the person. They looking at the person a certain way. Well, I'm telling you, this girl I used to be cool with, she used to tell me about the man penis, what he used to do in the bed, what he used to do with his tongue, what he used to do to her toes. I mean, she would tell it all. I literally had to stop her from doing it. Now she's 36, right? She's 36. This is one of the girls I used to be really cool with. But I'm saying that age group is too much sharing about personal information. Every time somebody break up, they gotta go to the internet. Me and Bobby broke up. Oh. If you don't chill out, step back, pull yourself back, take a day or two to reflect. If you're gonna talk to somebody who is going to give you good information. Somebody that's not trying to, and you gotta watch women too. Because I'll notice like women will try to steer you out of your relationship because they're not in a relationship. So you got to be careful with women. But I'm telling y'all, I think the lady, I think she was right in terms of saying, I don't want people in my house. But I think she shouldn't have been saying that part about sleep on my husband. I think that even if she felt that way, she should have kept that just to herself. Because at the end of the day, that wasn't taken out of context. She actually said that. She actually said that out of her mouth. I'm looking at it. I actually played it, right? Let me see. I don't like the idea that men need to be protected. If my friend is trying to get with my man, I want him to shut it down. If not, then we can't be together. Period. I agree. He should be shutting it down. He should be shutting it down, you know? And, I just feel like that a lot of times the men will let behaviors happen because they don't know what to do. They feel awkward, right? I remember this girl I used to be cool, and now that I'm thinking about it, she and I used to be cool. And she actually, let me tell you about her. Her sister used to date this guy named Damien. Okay. Her sister used to date this guy named Damien. And uh I'm not gonna say her name, but this guy, his name is Damien. Her name, I'll say the sister name. The sister name was Danielle. So Damien and Danielle they were dating, right? They dated for like about a year. They broke up, and then Damien started dating the sister, her older sister, right? All hell broke loose. The whole family was in an uproar. All the drama was going on, right? So years later, they stayed together for a little while. Years later, Damien starts working with me in the casino, at the casino. I see him one day in the cafeteria area, and I'm coming out the bathroom. Why the hell he trying to like lean all on me? So you got to even watch these men, because men who will go with a friend, men who will go with your sister, men who will go with your cousin, they will go with the next person. So nobody can be trusted. Nobody can be trusted at this point. Let me see. Thank you for the super chat. Let me see what you said. I had an old friend like that also. She would tell every detail. She would tell every detail. Let me see. She would tell every detail. Let me see. And I'm just like, girl, if you don't stop telling folks your business. She also posted about our man on social media. I'm telling you, people need to keep their business to themselves. Let me see. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. I agree. If he entertains it, then there's something ain't right. Even if he felt awkward, I appreciate that he told me. Yep. You pull you to the side. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let me talk to you for a minute. But the problem is, a lot of times we value those friends, right? And they don't want you to break up with, they feel uncomfortable because, for example, you've been cool with her 10 years and that's your bestie. And now she done done something, and now he got to try to go and tell you something that she did. That's a whole fallout. That's a fallout. Now you taking sides against your friend for your man, or your man for your friend. It's really a sticky situation. Let's see. I post what I want, not what I'm going through or who with. Okay. Hell, 4 of my family members' boyfriends tries to push up on me. Thank God. I was like, I'm not like that. I'm telling you guys, it is real. So I'm saying here, they think I'm single or question sexuality because they never see me with a man. Okay. All right. What else y'all got? All right. I know women who turn against their family because their man keeps hitting on their family members. I'm telling you, that's another thing. A woman will sit here and defend him to the end and fall out with her friends behind. And that's what happened to me and that girl, the one that when her boyfriend worked with me at the casino. When I told her that he had pushed up on me at the casino, she fell out with me. She actually fell out with me, stopped speaking to me and everything after that. And then like, years later, she tried to come back and be my friend again. I was like, oh no. She saw my mom at the gas station. And my mom was like, oh, I saw so and so. She asked me for your number. I was like, no, hell no. She said, I've seen her twice already. She asked you for your number. No, 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 no. She don't need my number. No. Right? This girl literally went with a man who was with her sister, then tried to push up on one of her best friends, and she fell out with everybody. And guess what? Is she with that man today? Hell no. He went and married somebody else on her. He actually went and married somebody else that he was dating when he was dating her. Let's see. Sometimes when you try to be a good friend and look out for friends and let them know about their man or something, what their man did, they get mad at you. Yep, that's true. Period. They get mad at you. I'm telling you, this girl literally fell out with me. And then come to find out, lo and behold, he marries his baby mama. And guess who found out? Me. The lady who actually was doing the wedding actually worked at the casino. She was telling me about this groom that was all involved with the wedding plans and how he wanted this, he wanted that, he wanted things a particular way. So she started saying, oh, he works in the such and such department. I said, and she told me his name. I said, oh, I know him. And she said, yeah. She said, so, well, what's the girl's name? And she told me the girl's name, not my friend's name. So I go to my friend. I'm like, girl, you heard that so-and-so, you heard that Damien is getting married to so his baby mama? Why? She said, yeah, he's only doing it because he's forced to. I said, that lady told me he's actively involved in the wedding plans. He wants the grooms to do this. He wants them to wear certain colors. He wants them to have, stand a certain way. He's actively involved. That does not sound like a man that does not want to get married. He is actively, this lady told me all of this before she actually told me his name. This guy was actively involved in the wedding planning. But he had convinced her dumbass that he didn't want to get married. He was only marrying the baby mama because of the kids. When the lady sat there and told me he was actively involved in the wedding plans, that she had never seen a groom so involved in the wedding plans. That's how much men lie, right? But she fell out with me behind him and everything, child. And I have not spoken to her from that day, since that day. All right. Let me see what you say. It said, you get them how you lose them. You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. So I said all that to say that I think the lady, as far as what she was saying, I don't think she was wrong in what she was saying about not wanting people in her home. Me and my husband, we talked about it today, and we talked about why we want people in our home. The reason why is because, first of all, we move a certain way. First, second of all, I personally would be comfortable with a man being in this house with me or my daughter, and period. That's the second thing. Even if it were even if it were a male friend of his, I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Second of all, people like to, people when they come to other people's homes, they may want to sleep late. They may want to move a certain way and come in and out. When you get to a certain point in your life, everybody needs their space. There are too many options out there. Airbnb, hotel options for you to be in somebody's home, unless you're like an actual relative. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm a Cancer. I like my space and I like my privacy, period. I don't want you all up in my space because I might want to talk to you and then I might not want to talk to you. Okay? So for me personally, I don't want you in my house. All right? Anybody have anything to say? I mean, I'm serious. I agree, Miss Chris. I don't even want my mother-in-law visiting. I'm telling you, I don't want a whole bunch of people in my house, especially with COVID going on right now. But even before COVID, I just never just had a bunch of people at my house. I've just never done that before. And because let me say this too. I had a relative, a male relative. He was dating two cousins at the same time. Two cousins at the same time. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it so many times, whether it's men and women or men, whatever. I've seen it a lot. So for me, I'm always taking the position, I'm not doing it. Two first cousins. He was dating two first cousins. And he was fully in relationship with one. He was married to one and dating the other one. And asked me, did he ever divorce his wife? Never. He was living with his wife, continued to have kids with his wife. It was dating her cousin. And he never left his wife. It wasn't until the end where his wife left him. So I'm just saying that to say I've seen it too many times, guys. So I just say be careful with that decision. Let me see. Yep, that's me. I'm a Capricorn. My dad was a Cancer and he felt the same way. That's true. Boundaries. When I go away, I always get a room. I like to move in my own pace. Exactly. If I like um when we had Hurricane Ida, my sister actually stayed with us. I was comfortable with that. My sister was staying with us the whole time, her and her daughter, and I was very comfortable with that. I trusted my sister completely, completely. I'm not saying I'm just like that person that just don't trust people at all. But my sister don't play that. She's a lot like me. But that's the first woman that's actually physically stayed with me and my husband for a week. And I didn't think of it ever. I never felt awkward. I never felt protective. I never felt jealous. I never felt nothing. Like I completely trust my sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's not everybody. Let's see. Let me see. Listen, women, make enough money that if you want to visit, you can get a suite at a hotel. Period. I'm an Aries. My spicy attitude will make you wish you had another living arrangement. You hear that? That is a good comment right here. Can I pin that comment? Oh shit, I don't know if I can pin it. I want to show this comment. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna make you wish you went to the hotel, huh? The Airbnb. You gonna wish you didn't stay. We won't be friends after I'm finished. But yeah, that's like honestly, I just can't see me having a woman around my husband. My husband is 6 feet tall. My husband is a light skinned fine and he's very attractive. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. He's very friendly, but he's respectful. But you're not about to be grinning and skinning all up in his face. Because what you might get is choked out of the blue. Okay? So that ain't gonna work for me. Period point blank. Period point blank. Period point blank. You know, I'm just not doing it. Sorry. Let me see. Why did I get married? Trina Sheila's situation is a perfect example of watch who you allow around your man and you. That's true. Yes, my mom and my sister have stayed with me too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Tay. Honey, I'm birth in Aries, and you are right. Not choked out. I will choke you out. Let me say this. I have seen me and my husband, we were at a game party one day. They had this chick, she was there. When I tell you she couldn't, you know how people be walking back and forth at the club, walking back and forth at the club, walking back and forth. She was walking back and forth like she was in a club. She kept trying to be seen. She wouldn't sit down. Baby, as soon as she saw my husband, she acted like he was, baby, he was everything. Okay. She couldn't even sit down. And guess what? She was with her boyfriend. She could not contain herself, baby. She seen him, baby. He was everything to her. He was everything to her. It was so hilarious. She was like a peacock walking around trying to poke out her chest and poke out her ass or whatever she was doing. I've seen you and you're bad. Well, let me say this. It's not about you being a baddie, baby. I'm fine. I've been fine my whole life. I say this all the time. It's not about you being fine. It's about another chick think they find it in you. It's about another person feel like, they feel like they can try to make a hit for what you got. So it's not about like there's a fine woman every day. My sister fine as hell. I got, other relatives that's fine as hell. But they got women who think they're bad just like you think you bad, right? Period. This lady was with her boyfriend and she was prancing around. She acted like she forgot he was there. She forgot I was there, right? That's what women do. All she could see was my husband. All she could see was him. That's all she could see. She couldn't even contain herself. And then she even got to the point where we were sitting at the sofa. I was sitting on it and he was sitting next to me. Like I was sitting by the armrest and he was sitting next to me. She tried to sit next to my husband. Her boyfriend told her, oh, no, 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 no. He made her sit on the opposite side. So he was paying attention to her doing all this peacock stuff. What I'm saying is women will go out their way. Now, I didn't know her. I didn't know her from a hole in the wall, but, this is what they do. She would have left her man too because she saw saw your husband. Women are in general like to move up. I've seen it. That constant need for attention is sickening. When I tell you she was walking back and forth and prancing around, she was in total peacock mode. I'm from New Orleans, so we got peacocks that be walking City Park. She was in total peacock mode the whole time. When I say I've never seen somebody act so thirsty in my entire life. But I wasn't concerned at all. I wasn't concerned at all. Like I never for 1 minute thought he was gonna go run to the bathroom, he was gonna do something crazy, he was gonna be disrespectful. I never for 1 second thought he was gonna do anything. I never thought it. Never. You know? But that's what she did. She actually did that. So you gotta watch people, you gotta watch them. They be looking at your man, they be looking for attention, they be doing the most. They be doing the most. All right. All right. So anybody want to say anything? Y'all want to chime in? Because child, I didn't talk enough. I didn't talk enough. Hell, I was let me see what you say. Uh Peacock, laugh out loud. No matter how fine you are, beauty is subjective. That's true. Wanting attention and envious. Yep. Hell, I was unattractive. Hell, I like unattractive men. Oh my God. That's too funny. Unattractive men be full of it too. Yep. You gotta watch them. because they be doing extra just because they're not attractive. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch those unattractive men because they'll get in a gym, they'll try to get fit. They be using that sympathy card. You gotta watch them. Yeah, I've seen a lot of unattractive men. But anybody have anything they want to say? All I wanted to say is I mean I'm not in a total agreement with some of the stuff she was saying, but I do feel like you got to be careful. You just have to practice discernment. That's true. As long as he got a good what? As long as he got the grip. What? Child. Women, we all want to feel special, but sometimes women take it too far. They tap into the dark femininity. Yeah, there is such a thing as dark femininity. Women use their femininity to change their life. That's true. We use our femininity in all kind of ways to get ahead in the line at the grocery store, to get somebody to open the door, to get a person to take something from the shelf, to get somebody to pay a bill. We use our femininity in all kind of ways, child. You know, women use their femininity a lot. That's why my husband, when he used to be in New York, he used to say a lot of women used to try to use their femininity to get over. And so he's learned over time how to control that energy with women. You know, like um like he was just telling me the other day, he was like saying how like when he used to be in the clubs, they used to have girls that used to be like, hey, can I get can I give you my phone number? And they'd be trying to flirt with you in order to get a picture of a celebrity. And he would say, you can't use that on me. I've heard it all and I've seen it all. But we as women, we use our femininity all the time, period. I mean, I do it sometimes even when I have people come work at the house. I'll get them to do something extra, or do this extra. They go out their way, know. They'll get here and they like my energy and they'll start to want to do more for me because of my energy and how I am and all that. So we use our femininity even unconsciously. I remember one time we had a man here doing some work. Shit, I had him doing the closet. I had him doing a ceiling fan. I had him doing other stuff that I didn't even pay for, and he did it. So our femininity comes in it comes in handy. You have to be careful with that though. Let me see what I say. Guard your heart like you do your spirit. Yeah, better be safe than sorry. KIERRA knows what's best. She knows what's best for her own relationship. I just think that she could have held that to herself, that part. Remember that talking too much. She could have held that to herself as far as her saying, I don't want people that's going to sleep with my husband. That could have just been held. That could have just been like, we're newly married. We love having our own space. We really don't have enough space for everyone. So what we do is we just put people in Airbnb, or we just want to make sure our guests are completely comfortable. Like she could have said anything besides what she said. I mean, a lot of people be seeking attention, but hey, that's them. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Anybody want to say anything? Because I'm about to get ready for bed, y'all. I'm tired. Shit. What did y'all think about the Rihanna and ASAP video and Drake? I did that tonight. And then I did the one on who was it? What did I do? I did the one on shit, I be forgetting the damn reasons. Who I did? Let me see something. Who else I did? We on a Chat with Nola podcast. Let me see. So let me see. We have so that was Chloe, what's that boy named? Lamar and Tristan. All right. You enjoyed the Rihanna Drake video? You know what? I felt like I was dragging. I felt like I was dragging on the video for Chloe and Lamar. I felt like I was distracted and I was dragging. It wasn't until I got to the Rihanna video where I felt like my energy level was up. So I might have to watch it. That was the first time in a long time that I felt like my energy level was low. When I was listening to the video, I'm like, I felt so distracted. My energy level was just low. I low-key wanted to know if there's a possibility for her and Drake to end up together. No, that's gone. Let me say this about that. A lot of people don't like it. Let me say this. A lot of people don't like people because of their preferences, right? This Chris Brown has a preference for Asian women. This person has a preference for dating light-skinned women. Listen, that stuff right there, I don't even get into all of that. I don't get into whose preference is whose preference. Because at the end of the day, is it going to make or break my life? That's like me talking about Martians. What is talking about a Martian going to do to change my life today? So if he's got a preference, how is that killing anybody's life? How is that hurting anybody? That's his preference. I have nothing to do with that. All right. I have nothing to do with that. I don't get into all of this stuff about somebody's preference. If you've seen the men that me and my sister was just talking about this, 85 to 90% of the men that I've ever dated are my husband's complexion, right? Light skin. That's a preference that I've had. I've dated some chocolate men in my time, but 85 to 90% of the men I've ever dated are very light-skinned men. Am I going to get chased with a broom because I have a preference? Then so be it. I'll get chased with a broom. But we got to focus on enhancing our life, the things that affect us. If the man that you're dating doesn't view you as their preference, you don't need him anyway. You don't want him anyway. Find you a man who wants to deal with you, right? Why are we sitting here looking at who this man has a preference for? He's not the man for you, period, right? He's not the man. If you meet a man that has a preference of being bisexual, then and you don't want a bisexual relationship with somebody, that is your decision, right? Don't deal with him. All I'm saying is I'm not getting into all of that. As long as the person treats you kind and he is nice and he is a good person, that's all you could care about. I think it's more so the preference because I believe that's normal. Is the treatment of women who are not their preference. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. It's the treatment of women that's not your preference. If a man is telling me I'm not their preference, right? Let's just stop there for a second. Bye. Have a nice life. Adios. Why are you here? Why am I getting into a conversation with a man about the fact that I'm not his preference? And if he mistreats me, we're going to have a problem, which means I need you to keep it moving, kick rocks, get missing, right? There's no discussion to be had. I'm not going to sit here and be having a discussion or getting into an argument about something that I don't care about. I don't care about you enough to get in that argument. If I'm not your preference, congratulations. Here's a door prize and keep it moving. Period. I'm not going to sit here and engage a person, get into arguments with a person about me not being a preference or they're not my preference. I don't care that much. I don't care. Like, period. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Okay. Right? How many men are you really getting into it with about their preference? Let's keep that real. How many men that you are really out there arguing in the world with about their preference? I don't argue with nobody about their preference. All the years I've dated, even before I was single, I never was getting into heated arguments with no man about their preferences. What are you talking about here? I'm just going to sit here and be in arguments with people about their preference. Well, for what? I need to be going to find me a fine cute man that I like, that he likes me, and we're going on this hot date, and we're about to get it popping. What are you talking about? I'm not going to waste time on this idiot. I'm not doing it, guys. That's why, you know what? I'm sorry to say this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't, because I don't care. Spend energy on who wants you. Period. Like, why are we arguing with a person about their preference? And if a person treats you bad, one preference over the other, then that person needs to be eliminated from your life. That person is a non-factor. We're not going to argue about this. You feel the way you feel. I feel the way I feel. Enjoy your day. That is it. There's no argument to be had. That is like when somebody's trying to get into with you about religion or politics. There's no argument. I respect your decision, respect mine, and keep it moving. As Black women, we are strong. We are strong. We are in control, and we have power. So we're not going to let no Black man talk to us any kind of way about no preference anyway. So that's a moot point. That makes no sense. I have never gotten into an argument with a man about a preference in my entire life. We know these men have preferences. Who nobody cares about these men that like light-skinned women. It's a fact that they drag dark-skinned women. Example, Fresh and Fit. But are you dating Fresh and Fit? And if you're dating men who think like Fresh and Fit, you're not with the right person anyway, baby. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like we just going in this hamster wheel. You're not dating Fresh and Fit. They look up. One looks like a penis and one looks like a poop. I mean, you're not dating them. And if you're dating men who think like them, who behave like them, you're with the wrong person anyway. Period. So once again, what are we talking about here? You think I'm going to go be with a man that's talking like Fresh and Fit? No, I'm going to be with a man who treats me with respect, who cares about me. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and be Fresh and Fit. One looks like a penis and the other one looks like a poop. What am I actually sitting here arguing with them about? For what? None of them have been in real relationships to tell you anything about how to be in a relationship. I can tell you about how to be in a relationship. My mom could tell you how to be in a relationship. My grandma could have told you how to be in a relationship. I have family members that were, my mom and dad were married for 40 plus years. They could tell you about a relationship. My grandmother and my grandfather were married for over 50 years, right? Fresh and Fit can't tell you nothing about nothing. Anybody that's listening to them and taking advice from them, they're on the wrong track anyway. Period. That's not the man you want. So what are we arguing about again? And what man, I want a one in the chat for all the women that are sitting down arguing with men about their preferences. Give me a one in the chat if you're arguing on a daily basis with men about their preferences. I want to know. I want to know. Let me see. They always said that about Chris and Rihanna. So what? If Chris wants to date all the Asian women he could find in America, that is his business. So what? How is it affecting you? Because you know how that comes off? That comes off like you're jealous. It doesn't matter. If Chris dates 10 Karuchis for the rest of his days to the day he dies, does it affect your life? Does it affect your livelihood? Does it affect you? You're letting something affect your self-esteem. For what reason? You're not, that's his personal preference. That's his business. Period. True, you cannot change anyone. You only need one guy like you. To cherish you. All right, cool. My mom does my drama, all that. She said my mom loves my dirty drawers. That's all that matters. I just laugh at how the ones that are usually so negative don't have much going on for themselves. Looks or personality. That's true. It's not preference. It's a racism. Okay, lovely locks. Chime in on that. Chime in on that. And again, if you have somebody that's being racist, why are you entertaining them? Once again, you meet somebody that's racist. Why they're in your life? Why are you arguing with them? Why are they a factor? Why is this a factor? If you're racist, you're gonna be 50 feet away from me. Period, on point blank. So once again, what is the problem here? Don't support these men if they bother you. They feed off thinking they got a rise out of you. Want what wants you. Yes, that's true. He said dark-skinned women don't look good in red lipstick. Okay, they got a lot of men calling women bitches and hoes every day on radio. And we're gonna talk about that. You a bitch, you a hoe, you a slut, suck my dick. I wanna fuck you. I'ma slap a bitch. But we worried about somebody talking about dark-skinned women with red lipstick. They all doing something ignorant. Period. And once again, that's when you have to put it in perspective. I'm fine with preference, but I don't like when men put down other race to put up. I agree. And I don't like it either. I don't like it either. And so, say, for example, if I had a situation like that somebody was doing that, I would call them out on that. But we're still not going to argue. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to say my point. I'm going to keep it moving. All right. I wouldn't say it's racism, more colorism if you want to get to that. I agree. All right. But why do you care? It bothers you. Move around. Don't support them. It's simple. Period. Period. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not, I haven't seen any numbers. How many, give me a 3 in the chat if you're arguing with men every day about their preferences. Give me a 3 in the chat. Give me a 3 in the chat if you're sitting down arguing with somebody about preferences. Kevin Samuels, child by. Kevin Samuels is a clout chaser. Kevin Samuels don't even know what it takes or to be in a real relationship. Give me a 3 in the chat if you're arguing every day or every week or once a month with a man that you know about his preferences. Give me a 3 in the chat. I want to see it. I want to get what a 3 at. Give me a 3 in the chat if you're arguing with a man about his preferences on a weekly, a monthly, or a quarterly basis. I don't see no 3s. So what are we arguing about here? What are we discussing here? A celebrity who has a preference? Somebody on TV who said they had a preference? Like Tay say, move around. Don't support him. When we start not supporting people who do these things, we take money out of their pockets. We hurt them that way. Do I have any 3s in the chat for anybody that's sitting down arguing on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis about their preferences? I've never had an argument with a man about a preference ever in my life. My husband has dated Asian women. There was never been an argument. Haley, usually their moms or aunts fit too. Okay, don't support them. That's good advice. Period. Not one person can put a 3 in the chat to say they've been arguing with a man about his preferences. So to sit here every day to be arguing about somebody's preferences don't make no sense. See how that doesn't make no sense? I'm not doing it, y'all. I'm sorry. I have bigger fish to fry. Sorry. I understand it completely, but I don't support Kevin Samuels. I don't watch Fresh and Fit. I don't watch these people that do clown shit. I don't buy Chris Brown's music. I may do a reading on it because it's for entertainment purposes only. I don't buy Chris Brown's music. I don't buy, somebody said Lil Wayne was doing colorism stuff. I don't buy Lil Wayne's music. I'm just saying that to say, if a person that's in a celebrity position does something that's disrespectful, then don't support them. That's how you hurt their pockets. And if you meet a man that in person, one-on-one, who's being disrespectful, move around. They got a lot of men that's out there being disrespectful. Put them in their place and keep them moving. I'm not doing it either. I respect people's preference. I respect it too. We're from New Orleans, y'all. Like, that's all you see is light-skinned people all day long. My husband's entire side of his family, same complexion with him. We're in a region. What do you think of the lead attorney? How do I think of the lead attorney? He's got a very engaging personality. He's got a big smile and he's a big hustle man. That's what he looks like to me, right? He's hustling, but he's attractive. And so women are gravitating towards him because he's at the right age. He's not old, but he's not young. He's attractive, right? He has a pretty fit physique on top. He has a very big personality. He definitely gives me the vibe of somebody who's trying to, and let me say this, but we're all on YouTube selling something, right? I'm doing readings, selling you. I'm on YouTube doing readings, and I want my readings to be entertaining enough, and I want my readings to be accurate enough to where you decide you want to get you a reading, right? So we're all out here doing something that leads to something else. When you view my video, That's a click and a view, which equals a check. So he's not doing anything different than anybody else. It's just that he's elevated it, right? So that's what that's and a $300 course is your decision to buy. If he's selling a $300 course and you buy it, that's your decision. Again, that's your choice. I'm not going to buy it, but if you decide you want to buy a $300 course for him, that's your personal decision. I don't have anything to do with that. All right? That's your decision. The YouTube space is about personality. So you can be attractive, you can be intelligent, but it's about personality. He has a big personality, so he's going to attract a lot of people. He's attractive, so he's going to attract a lot of people. He has a certain energy, and he has a background in law. That's another thing that attracts people, his knowledge, his education, right? So you have to be really clear with people if you're going to buy those $300 courses that you may not get the same results that I get because I'm in a different space. So, for example, if you're going to do what, for example, Chronicle Speak says, it may vary for you. But again, that's your decision. All he's doing is peddling. He's on there, and he's selling something to people. He's selling a product. That's all he's doing. He's not doing anything different. This is that he's doing it at a high level where people are super chatting him all the time. The only thing I think the lead attorney does, that's too much for me, is the lives are too long. It's just too long. But people seem to enjoy him. And again, that's a choice. So if I don't want to be on a 3-hour live, I have a choice to say, then I'm not going to go here. It's a choice. We can't keep going into somebody's channel and telling them how they should navigate. They should be selling a course. They should be having 3 hours lives. They, like at the end of the day, that's a choice. You can go on his channel and enjoy, take from it what you can, and what doesn't resonate with you, you leave the rest behind. Like, that's just the bottom line. I would never go on anybody's channel and tell him how to operate, because I don't want somebody coming on my channel telling me what to do. All right? Period, point blank. So, so that's his choice. So if you go on the lead attorney's channel, know that he's gonna be smiling hard, and he's gonna be buttering you up, and his lives will be 3 hours long, and he's gonna offer you a $300, $400, $500 course, and and that's it. And if you like it, you enjoy it, and you're good. And if you don't, keep it pushing. They got other people on YouTube. YouTube is a big space. Let's see what y'all got. I don't have anything negative to say about the lead attorney. The only thing I ever said was these lives are too long. And then he did do something on a situation that I didn't agree with. But again, that's his channel. And I think it was a case about the man who had killed the girlfriend and the ex-wife. He had done a live on that, and I did not agree with that at all. But I didn't watch the whole thing. But no, what you do a reading on the lead? No. What am I doing a reading? What am I doing a reading on him for? What is he doing? He's an open book. He basically talks for 3 hours a day. I mean, he's basically told y'all everything except his social security number. Let me see. The only thing I've heard him talk is about Tasha K. Well, Tasha K is a money grab. Tasha K is an easy click in the view, right? I mean, love or hate her, she garners views, she garners clicks. That's easy. It's crazy as hell to see Black women cheer him on when Tasha K is being sued. He completely made an excuse for the murder. Oh, beautiful Tay. Okay. Like I said, I don't know him well. I don't watch him often. I've seen him a few times. So yeah. Let's see. The lead tells you who he is. What's his name? Do y'all even know his name? Does have y'all heard his first name yet? I don't even know his name. I mean, I don't watch him enough. Like when I seen him lives be 3 hours, I was like, oh no, oh no, no, that's a long time. So I just keep it moving politely. I don't know who is being talked about. They asked me about doing a reading on the lead attorney. I will not be doing any readings on the lead attorney. There's nothing to do a reading on. What am I going to read on? Why is he charging $500 for reading for courses? Because he's created a program that he thinks is effective. He wants to sell it to make money. Why is he doing 3 hour lives? Because 3 hour lives is his bread. He makes a lot of super chats. Okay, so it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing a reading on? What type of personality does he have? Just energetically, I can easily see the lead attorney dating white women, Asian women, women I can see him dating women outside of his race. Like, would you do a reading on Debrat and Judy? I would be interested in that. Although Judy is from New Orleans, she's very active. I've seen her with some people that I've actually used to work with. Delvin, I think a guy named Delvin I used to work with. I used to be his manager. So I wouldn't mind doing Judy. But there's nothing to do with reading on the lead attorney. Let him run his channel the way he wants to run his channel. And if you don't like something from his channel, don't watch it, guys. I mean, support him if you feel connected, and if you feel that there's something that doesn't resonate with you, just like for me, if there's something that doesn't resonate with you, go to the next video. I'll catch you the next time. Lou, would you do a reading on? Let me see. See, and that's the problem. Black women stay in these men's faces who they know don't like them, but will complain. Yeah, I agree, Tay. I don't even think anyone is excusing colorism. Just give your opinion to educate whomever and go on. No need to have a whole back and forth. That's true. Lost like Nemo, child. We're talking about the somebody asked about the lead attorney. The lead attorney is on YouTube. He is an attorney that is retired. He gives commentary on social justice situations. He talked about the Cardi B case. He's talked about various situations and cases. So, and again, I can't give you a whole lot of information because I don't watch him all the time, guys. I just don't. I've seen him before. My husband says he's seen him a couple of times. I don't know him enough to know. I don't know him. I mean, just because everybody's on you, just because people on YouTube doesn't mean I know them. I mean, I will go into a situation where I'll see them for a minute. I'll sit there and I think, how did I even find the lead attorney? I think I stumbled across his channel one day and he was talking about a situation. It may have been a situation where it was somebody of interest. It may have been a Cardi B and Tasha K situation. So I stopped. But once I saw how long the live was, I was like, oh no. So I kept it moving. So I've been on there maybe a couple of times, but not enough to get a grasp of who he is. I mean, I got a grasp of his energy, but I don't know a whole lot about him. I've seen him before, but he tried to drag another young lady, and that was just enough for me. Okay, gotcha. He does have petty energy, that's for sure. He does. He will argue with a woman. That's something that I think that I did notice about him. Like, he will get petty. He will get petty. But again, you know, if you're on somebody's channel and they're doing that, guys, just, like, you gotta, they got people on their channel, they complain about, me doing tarot. Why are you here? They complain about me doing spiritual work. Why are you here? Some people don't like me explaining the cards. Why are you here? Some people want to compare me to another person. Why are you here? It's like, if you don't like something that somebody does, then why are you here? It's like you're just watching them to complain. The lead attorney reminds me of one of those badass little boys who used to like girls have cooties. Oh my God. I told you he's a sassy hustler. Ooh, okay. Oh, 50 Cent's petty. Yeah, he's petty like 50 Cent. He's part of the manosphere. Gotcha. I don't know a whole lot about the manosphere either, guys. I stay really in my realm. You know what type of videos I watch, believe it or not? I watch a lot of videos on kinesiology. I watch a lot of videos on kinesiology. I like to watch a lot of videos on people who do kinesiology with spiritual work. So I watch stuff like that. I watch stuff that relax me, that educate me. I want to start doing some fort tuning. There's a lady that I'm gonna tell y'all her name. This is the lady I'll be watching at night. I type her name in the chat. It's called New Leaf. It's called New Leaf Team. New Leaf Team. This is who, if y'all want to know who I'm watching, that's who I'm watching. I'm watching this lady. Her name is Madonna Guy. And she does kinesiology, but she mixes spirituality into it, and she's energy based. She's like she has a lot of energy. But I like stuff like that. I like watching stuff like that. And she does kinesiology. But that's, if you ever want to know what I'm watching on YouTube, that's what I'm watching. Stuff like that. I watch this guy named Dr. What's his name? What's the guy name I be watching on YouTube? I'm gonna tell y'all who I be watching. I don't be watching all the people like that. What's this guy name? Dr. So and so. He does a lot of like ASMR. I like him. Let me see. I'm about to put him in right now. Hold on, Dr. Shoot, what is his name? Shoot, let me see. What does he do? Oh, dog, I can't remember his name. But I watch people who do like kinesiology type work. I watch stuff like that. People who do fort tuning. Two people do spiritual work. People who do stuff that's interesting. People that I'm learning something from. Like this lady, she was doing fort tuning. And so I actually ordered these stuff so I could learn how to work with them, you know. So that's who I be watching. Every now and then I'll jump in and I'll watch something else. But for the most part, I be watching stuff like that because I like to watch stuff that's entertaining me. And then half the time I'll be on Instagram. I gotta know what's going on so I can do the readings. But I already gave you the lady who I'm watching. Let me see something. Um, Let me see if I can find that man that I'll be watching. Um, trying to see. I'm trying to see. If I can find his name, I'll put it in the chat. But these are the people that I'll be watching on YouTube. Like if you ever know, like, okay, well, who is she watching? What is she doing? That's who I'll be watching. Stuff like that. I listen to a lot of music. Um, and I be trying to think about how to do other stuff for my clients. Let me see. Good night, y'all. I'm about to go too. What about Tasha K? Tasha K. I don't watch Tasha K like that. I watch Tasha K when she has something big going on. Y'all saw she was on the plane like she was about to crash, child. She was all on Fox 5 News. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw Tasha K on the plane saying she was about to crash? Oh, that's him. Dr. James Gill, I think it is. Dr. James Gill. He does ASMR. That's what his name is. Hold on, let me see. Dr. James Gill. Hold on. I think that's his name, y'all. Yes, that's him. He does ASMR. Dr. James Gill. That's who I'll be watching. All right. That's who I'll be watching too. He does a lot of body work and he does ASMR. Nola. Let me see. Nola is the only reader I follow. Oh, okay, cool. That's cool. I don't follow any readers. I don't follow any readers at all. You know why? Because if you start looking at other people's readings, then you start to incorporate some of the stuff they're talking about into yours. So what I do is I just stay away from other people's channel. Especially the only thing I may do is scan YouTube to see what thumbnail they're using so that I won't repeat the thumbnail. Other than that, I just don't do it. I don't watch and also too, I'm fast paced, I'm really brash, and some people be talking very slow and very soft, and I get bored easily. K is what was doing. I follow other readers and mainly pick a card. Yeah, a lot of people do pick a card readers. A lot of people love that. I think that's cool. Right, so those are the people I follow. I follow New Leaf Team. I follow Dr. James Gill. I do listen to a lot of music. I do not follow a lot of readers. So a lot of people y'all follow, I may not have heard of them, but I follow a lot of readers. Let me see who else I follow. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. I like Tisa Tells. I watch her from time to time when she do that little character. I do like this man. He be hollering on YouTube. His name is Timothy Blaine. He be hollering down on YouTube. He be getting so mad his veins be coming out his neck. I like him. I like watching Timothy Blaine. I like watching a lady named Fabe from time to time. I used to watch her off and on. I watch her off and on, not all the time. I like watching her. I'm trying to see what my history looks like. So, I mean, but but the main ones I follow are the ones I just told you. All right. All right. I'm out of here. We had this great conversation about watching and protecting your energy when it comes to men, watching and protecting your energy when it comes to, having other women in your home. Just be careful with that, guys. Use your discernment when it comes to that. And, there's some really good people out there that have good intentions. And then there are some people you got to watch. So just be careful and protect your energy. Let me see. For a time, we'll want to endure. Let me see what you're talking about, Timothy. Okay. I don't know what that person's talking about, but let me go. And y'all have a good night. Take care. I had to stop following a few readers. The same messages keep popping up. Laugh out loud. Someone won't get out of my energy. What? Cosmic Beauty? What you talking about, child? We need to have a conversation. All right, guys. Good night. Stay blessed. Stay encouraged. And take care. This was a great conversation. I'm out of here. I'm tired. I am tired. I have my first client starts at 10:45, so I have a bit of a break in the morning. But I usually take between 7 a.m. and 7 and 10. 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. I take between that time. Then we got to talk about Pharaoh, young Pharaoh. We need to talk about young Pharaoh. I want to have a conversation, not so much a reading about Duty Low and FYN Bay. I don't think I'm gonna do a reading, but I'll probably do it like an intuitive conversation, pulling a few cards. So we may do that. There are a few people I'll probably just do like intuitive conversations on top of pulling cards because I just feel like there's something in that energy that's not right. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Take care. Stay blessed. Stay empowered. I'm out of here, y'all. My husband probably like, shut up. Bye. Take care. Have a good night. Peace and blessings to you. All right. Cool beans. Bye.